Since Super Bowl opening night, Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, has been engaging in a series of daily press conferences that have become like an extended Q&A session. This may be due to the diverse array of media outlets in New Orleans for the NFL championship game, or simply because there are limited questions that can be asked about the Kansas City Chiefs' defense. This week, Hurts has been receiving requests for advice from people looking to achieve their goals, just like he has been doing. Hurts advised to remain optimistic and true to oneself in the face of societal pressures, particularly the influence of social media. He emphasized the importance of recognizing individual uniqueness and avoiding comparisons with others. Hurts urged people to embrace their own special qualities instead of conforming to unrealistic standards. Hurts, who is currently 26 years old, is getting ready for his second appearance in the Super Bowl. The Eagles are scheduled to face off against Kansas City in Super Bowl LAX on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. CST at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Each person holds different opinions and goals, mentioned Hurts. I believe it is up to each individual to discover their purpose. Purpose resides deep within oneself, requiring a vision of personal accomplishments and aspirations, often driven by their mission, motivations, and priorities. I have dedicated much time to perfecting my skills in this sport, feeling called to pursue it at this stage of my life, striving to excel to the best of my capability. Eagles coach Nick Sirianni believes that Hurts has been greatly influenced by facing challenges in his career, including the time he was replaced as the starting quarterback at Alabama in 2018, despite leading the team to consecutive appearances in the CFP National Championship game. There are times in everyone's life when we face challenges, noted Sirianni during his discussion on Tuesday. Adversity is something no one can avoid. It affects everyone. The key is in your response. How you handle it, how you react, and how you welcome it can ultimately lead to personal growth. So, let's talk about Jalen. He's a real champion. Everywhere he's been, he's come out on top. And now, he's set to play in his second Super Bowl. So it's clear that Jalen didn't shy away from any challenges he faced, and that's only made him stronger. You can ask him about it if you want. But from my point of view, he's someone who not only tackled his own personal struggles, but also excelled in each game. That kind of resilience is crucial for a quarterback, and for every player on the football field. I truly respect how Jalen took on adversity and let it mold him into the person he is today. Hurts mentioned that he aimed to learn something from every situation he encountered. It has been quite a ride, commented Hurts. I often mention that there is no destination in this adventure, just the adventure itself. One must approach it one day at a time. It has been a collection of various experiences, numerous teachings, significant changes, and the capacity to evolve and gain wisdom from trials and triumphs alike. This is what I have always prided myself on, embracing opportunities to learn and progress, regardless of their nature. Jalen Hurts is gearing up for a major event at the Super Bowl 2025, yet he is also envisioning a potential Olympic appearance in flag football at LA28. I am not aware of any official confirmation. It would be a tremendous privilege for us to take part, and I would be honored to represent and potentially win a gold medal, Hurts mentioned during a press briefing prior to his team's upcoming Super Bowl match against the Kansas City Chiefs. Many other sports offer such opportunities, and I believe it would be beneficial for us to have that same opportunity as well. Hurts, an ambassador for LA28 flag football, has shown interest in representing the USA flag football team at the upcoming Olympic Games in Los Angeles. In August 2024, the 26-year-old was part of a promotional campaign for LA28 where he ignited the torch at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum by tossing a football engulfed in flames. This historic venue is set to be a key location for the upcoming Summer Games. During the summer, Hurts went to the Eagles Girls Flag Football League Championships to show his support for women's flag football. Hurts expressed gratitude for being included in the event and observing its significance. He emphasized the importance of recognizing the effort required to prepare for a game. Witnessing their intense focus and excitement to play left a lasting impression on him. I was a supporter in the crowd and enjoyed every single minute. In 2022, Hurts appeared on the television show NFL Slime Time, which is a program dedicated to American football for children. During one episode, he served as a mentor to young flag football players from the school district of Philadelphia. Can the Philadelphia Eagles secure breakout star Zach Bond during the upcoming free agency period? March will mark the start of free agency, and Bond is expected to be a top player to keep an eye on. After signing a short-term contract with the Eagles, it is evident that Bond will be receiving a much better deal this season. He emerged as a standout player with Philadelphia back in 2024, being considered one of the top linebackers in the league. Not only did he make it to his first Pro Bowl and was named to the All-Pro team, but he is also in the running for the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. While Bond is likely to secure a lucrative contract in the offseason, the question remains whether he will stay with the Eagles or move on to a different team. Mason Cameron from Pro Football Focus compiled a list of premier linebackers entering free agency along with their potential landing spots. According to Cameron, the top choice for Bond is the Washington Commanders. Cameron suggested that the Washington Commanders are a possible destination for Bond. He mentioned that Bond had an impressive season in 2024, earning a high grade of 90.2 and even being nominated for the AP's Defensive Player of the Year award. Despite his standout performance, teams might be cautious due to his limited track record of success. Washington is well funded for free agency and is expected to aggressively bolster their defense in the offseason. They could potentially take more risks this time around. If experienced player Bobby Wagner leaves in free agency, the team may look for a familiar veteran like Bond as a replacement. According to Over the Cap, Washington ranks third in terms of cap space in the Football League. The Commanders currently have a little more than $78 million in cap space and over $68 million in effective cap space. Unlike Washington, Philadelphia does not have as much cap space. Despite this, it is hoped that Bond will return to Washington in 2025. On Wednesday, the Philadelphia Eagles held a 2-hour practice in New Orleans, where 4 players, including defensive tackle Jalen Carter, running back Kenneth Gainwell, wide receiver Devonta Smith, and defensive end Brandon Graham, took part on a restricted schedule due to various issues such as illness, concussion, knee injury, hamstring problem, and elbow injury. Talking to reporters, Nick Sirianni, the coach of the Eagles, emphasized the importance of maintaining concentration and continuously realigning one's focus. He mentioned that this week is out of the ordinary. Despite trying to maintain a sense of normalcy, the current circumstances and responsibilities have changed. The upcoming game is also unconventional, so the key is to concentrate and realign your focus. This will serve as effective preparation for the match. Just like the Chiefs, the routine for practice resembled a typical Wednesday in the regular season. Sirianni mentioned that many of the men have visited here before, emphasizing the significance of their experience. He believes that the team is focused and appreciating the opportunity to spend time together. He further mentioned that the key is to consistently focus on things within your control, a theme that has been emphasized throughout the year. Congratulations if you reside in the metropolitan areas of Philadelphia or Kansas City. The fact that your city reached the Super Bowl means an additional $200 for you. Indeed, regardless of who emerges victorious in the grand game on February 9th, both Philadelphia and Kansas City will experience economic success. Studies indicate that simply making it to the playoffs can lead to increased personal earnings in these areas. Furthermore, a win for your team will result in an even greater economic impact for both you and your city. The unexpected windfall is not a result of higher merchandise sales as one would assume. Rather, happiness is the main factor driving it. When fans are in a good mood due to a successful season, they tend to spend more and be more productive. As a macroeconomist who focuses on sports economics, I collaborated with Christian End from Xavier University, who is a psychologist specializing in fan behavior. Our joint studies, the economic impact of successful NFL franchises, and the relationship between team success, productivity, and economic impact, combine our expertise in these areas. During research conducted with information gathered from the late 1900s and early 2000s, it was discovered that a team achieving a total of 11 victories, which is usually the minimum required to qualify for the playoffs, results in an average increase of $200 in personal income annually in the team's local area after adjusting for inflation. Additionally, winning the Super Bowl was connected to a $33 increase in income, also adjusted for inflation. Multiplying $200 by the combined population of 6 million in Philadelphia and 2 million in Kansas City leads to a significant amount of money. The increase in income during a Super Bowl parade is often attributed to higher spending on team merchandise, but studies indicate that the influence of professional sports teams on local incomes is minimal. Research suggests that a local team winning the Super Bowl has a greater positive impact on the economy than hosting the event in the area. If individuals are not increasing their financial investments in the team, there must be an alternative reason for this trend. Our research suggests that there are two potential explanations for this phenomenon, both related to feelings of joy. Our initial theory was that individuals who are in a state of happiness are inclined to invest more money. As a result of this increased spending, the money circulates back into the economy through increased wages, leading to an overall rise in individuals' incomes. The crucial factor to note is that people are not just spending more on items related to sports teams, but on a wide range of goods and services. Due to the football season typically ending in December, it is possible that enthusiastic parents supporting the local NFL team may splurge more on holiday gifts for their children. When the Super Bowl extends further into winter, those close to them could receive higher quality flower arrangements and extra chocolates for Valentine's Day in the event of the local team's victory. Another potential outcome is the boost in productivity. Studies in psychology have shown that individuals who are happier tend to be more efficient at work. Therefore, as the season advances and the hometown team continues to succeed, it is logical to assume that residents will go to work with a positive mindset and put in more effort. This idea is supported by previous studies. For instance, a study conducted in 2011 revealed that improved performance by the home team in Washington is linked to higher productivity among federal regulators. In regions where the economy is primarily driven by private businesses, an uptick in productivity could result in increased profitability for companies, potentially leading to higher incomes for residents. The positive effects of increased happiness, higher spending, and enhanced work ethic among neighbors are felt even by those who are not fans of the team. Regardless of the outcome of the Super Bowl, both Philadelphia and Kansas City metropolitan areas are already successful, as the residents, whether they are fans or not, are expected to see increases in their earnings.